What's the word, y'all? It's your boy Izzy P. And it's Reese Rich. And this is Hustleandhonor Now. And we back at it again with a very important message for y'all. We're going to give y'all 10 financial tips for young adults.
So you're in your early 20s, it's about building financial habits that can set you up for your 30s and 40s. And we about to get into the video right now. We about to give y'all 10 tips that we would apply sooner to set us up for a better financial life. First financial tip I wish I knew in my late teens and early 20s was create a side hustle. Right now, we in the age of entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't want to get a job. A lot of people don't want to do all that. They want to stream. They want to do YouTube. They want to make TikTok. And honestly, I'm one of those people. I wish I would have started this journey sooner, like earlier in my years of like 18 to maybe 20, 21-ish. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But it's not too late for you right now. So I'll tell you right now, create a side hustle. Whether you want to flip sneakers, whether you want to, I don't know, edit YouTube videos, but try to create a side hustle that can help you out in the long run. So that'll be my number one right now. Create a side hustle.
Alright, my second tip is, after you create an income or a side hustle, create a budget. A budget is good because it's like the roadmap for managing your money. Like you need to, after you create the income, you need to learn how to manage your money because you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck or re-up after re-up. So you gotta manage your money right, correctly. That's where a budget come in play. My advice for you to be is put 50% of your earnings towards your expenses, then 30 for your needs, and 20 for your savings, 20% to your savings. That way you can always have some money you can rely on.
My third financial tip, as I told y'all before, is my favorite tip, and that's going to be pay yourself first. Why wouldn't you want to pay yourself first? But meaning, if you pay any bills, if you pay anybody, before you pay any credit cards, pay yourself first. No matter how little or how large it is. $20 aside, every income you got coming in adds to a lot in the long run. So I say pay yourself first.
Financial tip will be set a financial goal. A lot of y'all already saying financial goals whether you know it or not. Whether it's for advice, whether it's for food or unnecessary expenses like clothes and etc. The importance of setting a financial goal, it keeps you financial motivated. It's like, for example, going to the gym. If I got a goal to bench a certain amount of weight, I'm gonna work towards that goal. I'm gonna keep adding weight. So similar to financially, if I'm aiming to get 10K, I'm gonna put some money to the side. That's a financial goal. Or either, I'm gonna go get a LLC to work on my financial situation to build a business. Whatever, that all goes in the category of setting a financial goal. So my advice will be set a financial goal. Whether you in a 9-to-5 right now, whether you don't have a 9-to-5, create a financial goal. Have that vision and work towards that. Create realistic goals, small ones, and then have a big goal as well. Have big goals and small goals.
So my fifth financial tip I tell y'all to do is open a savings account. A higher savings account. Not a regular savings account that you might find at Bank of America, TD, Citibank. No, open up a savings account that you can find at Allies, Marcus, or even Capital One. Me personally, I have an American Express high yield savings account. Now you probably wonder what is a high yield savings account. Well, a high yield savings account, it goes by the percentage. So a regular bank might give you 0.01% to 0.07%. A credit union will give you 0.40% to 0.60%, and a high yield savings account will give you 4% to 6%. So what do that look like? So if you deposit $100 every month for a whole year, whole 12 months, that's $1,200 into a big bank. You will end the year with $1,200.06. Now you do the same strategy for a high yield savings account, putting $100 every month for 12 months. That's $1,200 into a high yield savings account. Your money will go up to $1,231. That's a $31 gain right there just for putting it in a high yield savings account. Now you could decide what you want to do with your money, but I advise you to put it in a high yield savings account. Remember, create that budget. The money you took from that budget and invest it in, you might take from your budget, and the money that you took from paying yourself, put that into a high yield savings account and let your money just sit there if you don't know what to do with it. Better than putting it in a big bank. Or look up some high yield savings account. I just gave you a few, but you go find some online.
Number 6, y'all. Live below your means. I'm gonna say that again, man. Live below your means. When we are young adults, bro, we tend to make a lot of mistakes. Try to buy the latest sneakers, try to buy the latest car, try to go on expensive vacation, and it's cool. if you have the money, but it becomes a problem where you don't have the money for that. You know, a lot of us, when we start making money at a young age, we don't got the experience or the discipline to manage our money correctly. So we end up messing it up. We end up fucking up the bag, like we say. But if you can see, the richest people in the world, they don't buy the latest cars. They don't buy the latest fashion. They keep it, they keep it low key, basically. So my tip for y'all is don't go broke trying to keep up. Live below your means. It's okay to spend some money on yourself once in a while, but when you overdoing it and start creating debt, that's gonna become a problem in the long run. So, like I said, y'all, live below your means.
My 7th financial tip I tell y'all to kind of piggyback on what folks mentioned would be to avoid lifestyle inflation. Meaning, you probably at a job right now, you probably got some income coming in, but you probably see that raise in money coming in. Probably you should see that $600 check. But this week, Friday coming, you probably see, oh yeah, I got $1,000 check coming. So now you probably thinking, I got an extra $400 that I didn't have before. Let me go fuck that up real fast. Let me go cop these new J's. Might go to the club real fast. And nah, bro, what I tell you to do is, that $400 right there, I tell you, bro, put that in your savings account. Put that in your high yield savings account. Put that $400 to make you more money. So imagine you take that $400, you invest in a business, and that business turn you into $1 million. Now you can put that 9 to 5. But if you go mess with that $400 that you just got blessed with, technically, you might be in the same position next year. But always avoid lifestyle inflation. Chase come out every week. The clubs are open every week. All this stuff's gonna be around even when you're 30 years old, bro. But this youth you have right now, you're gonna get it for once in your life. Don't mess this up, bro. A lot of people is broke in their 30s and 40s. They're still working a 9 to 5 job. But you right now have the time. You watch this video and you can see something for greatness. So my 7th financial tip I tell y'all again is avoid lifestyle inflation.
Tip number 8, y'all. Educate yourself on personal finances. It's important for you to educate yourself on finances, because you can't rely on somebody else to teach you everything. You gotta do your own research. Yeah, you can go to school for finances and all, but it's best for you to educate yourself. That way you can avoid scams. That way you go make smart investments and know the consequences behind the actions that you're making. Like what would it take for me to make this investment, and what consequences am I risking? What risk am I taking? So it's best for you to do your own research. Like I said, like don't wait on nobody else to teach you about finances. Learn on your own, because at the end of the day, your research is really valuable because it's your thought, it's your risk that you're taking, it's your money that you're investing. So it's important that you take the necessary steps to educate yourself on your investments. Do that make sense? Comment down below if it makes sense, y'all. So that's tip number 8. Educate yourself on personal finance.
9th tip really could have been a top 5 tip. It really could have been a number 1 tip, and that's going to be to build credit. And this video is for young adults. So if you start building credit around this age right now, imagine when you're 25, imagine when you're 26, imagine when you're 27. You won't have that age of history. And to creditors, that is very good, that age of history. So now, you probably don't know what credit card to get. I'll advise y'all to always start with a secure credit card. So, secure credit card basically means the amount of money you put up, that's going to be a limit. So you put up a $20 credit, $20 deposit, you have a $20 limit. You put a $5 deposit, you have a $5 limit. It goes with basically how much you want to put up. But I think some credit cards has a minimum of $20 you got to put up. Long story short is what I'm trying to get at is now that say you use that credit card for the next 6 months, but don't overdo it. Don't try to use that whole $20. Maybe you put Uber Eats, maybe you put $30 Uber Eats, maybe you put like a $20, flipping your gas, that's $50 right there. And try to pay that off. Now, credit cards see like, oh, you're trustworthy because you're borrowing money from us. Matter of fact, you give us your money, you're borrowing money from yourself, and then you're paying it back. So to them, that looks good. And building credit it's a long-term plan, because when you get older, or you probably want to get a house, you probably want to get a car, and sometimes it gets so crazy that some jobs, they look at your credit. They really look at your credit. Some houses, they really look at your credit. If your credit is fucked up right now, you might not go nowhere in this world, because credit opens some doors cash can't open. Because if people say you good, people see you have basically credit. Also, short, credit is like your word on the street. If the word is good, they gonna mess with you. If it's not, they're not. Okay, if somebody you know owed Joe $100, he's gonna try to borrow you $100. Why would you borrow him $100 if he didn't pay Joe back? That's how credit look at it. That's basically how credit looks at it. So I'll tell y'all right now, build credit. If your credit messing right now, try to fix it because it's really a long-term play, like help you out in the long run. And the APR, it fluctuates with your credit. If you have a good credit score, you have a low APR.
Yeah, tip number 10, y'all. Last but not least, y'all. This is one of my favorite tips right here, y'all. Invest wisely, y'all. Keyword, wisely. Nobody want to blow their hard-earned money on an investment that's not going to build profit on the long run. So it's important for you to invest wisely. And to build wealth, investing is no negotiable. Like it's unavoidable to build wealth. Like you won't need to invest to build wealth. Like you won't become rich.
Right.
Whether it's your time, whether it's your energy, whether it's your skills, whether it's your money,
right.
You have to invest something in it to get return. Investment in return.
Speaking of return, some of they got bad investment, they got good investment. But what makes bad investment from good investment is always going to be the return. And the best return you ever get in an investment is going to be investing in yourself. That's going to be the highest ROI possible out here because it's yourself. What you learn throughout your lifetime, nobody can take that away from you. That's what you have inside of you. So if you go broke today, but you invest, you made small investment for yourself, they're going to hold you down for the longevity. Meaning, instead of coming home every day, chilling, you actually invest in, say you want to create a YouTube, you actually watch videos on how to create a YouTube, or you're reading books on investing in the stock market. This gives you knowledge about investing so you don't go invest in the stock market and lose your money. That's where he comes in, investing wisely. But that's what you mentioned that, bro.
Now, for sure, that's a fact. It's important to invest wisely because look, when it comes to investment, you always gonna take a risk. It's high risk and low risk investment, but you always gonna take a risk when it comes to investment. That's why you always gotta have that wisdom. You have to research to gain that wisdom, and then you take that risk. Take a smart risk. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's always good to invest in yourself, as like Bro said. But one more thing, bro. You need to also, your goals need to align. Your priorities need to align with your investment. If you know you value time more than money, you should invest in something that requires you to put large amount of time in it, because now you taking time away from other things, from other priorities. So make sure your investment, if you value time more than labor, make sure you will invest in something that like passive income. Invest something that's going to create passive income where there's low maintenance behind it. So yeah, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this before I leave, y'all. You got anything more to say?
Nah, I think we summed it up. We just gave y'all 10 financial tips right here, man. Yo, comment down below which one was y'all favorite, which one did y'all feel like y'all can apply to your life right now.
Facts. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this, y'all. The person that's gonna take care of the older you is not gonna be your mom, it's not gonna be your brother, it's not gonna be your kids. The person that's gonna take care of the older you is your younger you, y'all. So apply these tips for young adults before it's too late, y'all. Apply as soon as possible before it's too late, y'all. It's your boy CP.
It's Reese Rich.
And this is Hustle and Honor.